Okay, well, the noodle that I'm talking about is called Pad Thai noodle. You probably have Pad Thai noodle before in the restaurant, right? And you love it so much. You wonder how you gonna make Pad Thai noodle? Here it is. You come to the right place. I'm gonna show you how to make Pad Thai noodle. So Pad Thai is made from the rice noodle called Senjan. Senjan is a Thai word for Pad Thai noodle, okay? It look like if you look at closely, you can see that it look like a linguine side noodle. It probably is size number 7 on Italian, linguine pasta. But you can call this pasta, but it's a rice noodle pasta. What you do it, you have to soak it at least 3 hours. Preferably, if you can soak it overnight, that will make the Pad Thai noodle soft and ready to use. Of course, when you use, you drain the water first, otherwise you can have soggy Pad Thai on your dishes. And this is what it look like after soaking it overnight. I drain the water out, and this is a Pad Thai, nice and soft. The Pad Thai noodle basically is cooked already, and then they put in the oven, dry them. So basically it's a cooked noodle, okay? But it's still nice and firm. Now, the ingredient to put Pad Thai noodle, you have to make the sauce. So I have the oil here already. That will make me crop. And I'm gonna crank the gas up just a hair. Okay, chopped garlic. So we put some chopped garlic. Then we put tofu in there, okay? You see the tofu in there, right? So somebody say, what tofu and bean curd difference? Tofu basically is a bean curd. So in that situation, Pad Thai noodle, we don't use a very, very soft tofu, okay? We use a firm tofu. And then it comes in like a block. And you thinly slice them like this. If you want to slice it bigger, it's fine too. All right? Now, the next ingredient will be 4 shrimp. There's a lot of shrimp in there, so I put only 4 shrimp. Okay, so I saute a little bit, so you can see that the shrimp, is, you want to see a half cooked. It turns pink before you put the rest of the ingredient. Okay, I think it's done. And you may see that, why is my honey run so quick in there? Because sometimes the honey is very thick. So if you put in a lot of warm water in there, it's make it easy for this cooking. Okay, so after the honey in there, I want to thicken up just a hair, okay? Then I'm gonna put fish sauce in there. Then the next ingredient is, I'm putting rice vinegar. If you don't have rice vinegar at home, you can use a regular vegetable vinegar. Again, just like meat crop, you put tamarind sauce in there, or tamarind juice. We put a little bit more tamarind juice in Pad Thai noodle than meat crop. And after that, we put paprika for the color. See, many restaurants, they use ketchup for making Pad Thai noodle, but I don't think it's appropriate to use ketchup on this dish. If you want a color, using paprika. And paprika is widely available every single supermarket, including Thai supermarket. Now, since it's in there, you put an egg in there with 1 hand, please. Do not use 2 hands. Oh, you get used to it, I know, how can I crack the egg with 1 hand? What you do is, you see here? Now, look at closely, okay? I crack it, right? And then I open with this, see? That's how you do it. Now, put it away. So now you know how to make the egg. Now, I don't want to scramble the eggs, like a scrambled egg. It's just like a nice little piece of egg in there. So now the sauce is almost done, all right? So I'm gonna put in dry quinoa chili in there. Quinoa is a type of dry chili in Thailand. If you cannot find the quinoa chili in US, hopefully they probably sell every single market already. If you cannot find the quinoa chili, then you can use the regular Cilantro dry chili flakes. Now, everything is in there. Now I put in Pad Thai noodle that have been soaked overnight. So if it's a little bit dry, you can always add a little bit water in there. You can see that the pad Thai noodle, it becomes soft real quick, okay? It doesn't take long at all. I'm gonna use the tongue instead of the spatula because it's easy for me to work. The ingredient next one is a peanut. It's a roasted peanut. Don't use a peanut that, don't use a peanut that have salt in there. Nice. Then bean sprout will be the next one. So you see the bean sprout. So after you put the bean sprout in there, remember, bean sprout is a vegetable. You know, it's something like a herb too, but it's not an herb. So since it's a vegetable, it cooks real quick. If you put it too long, that means you're gonna have an over soggy bean sprout, and you don't want that. Now, when the bean sprout done, you can turn the gas off, okay? And then you put some scallion in there, and I like to put in some chive in there, so give you a nice flavor. Of course, I also like to put some color in there, so I toss in some red bell pepper, or you can put shredded carrots in there. That's also nice too, to give you a variety of different color, not flowers. Okay, so you got that. So basically, the beans pad Thai noodle is done. I'm gonna put in the beautiful Celadon plate from Chiang Mai. So when you put in there, kind of like, you know, cooking is something that not just only tastes good, you want to make sure it look, you know, presentable, like in the restaurant. So you gotta try to make it look nice, okay? Always, you know, make your plate look nice. The reason that is, when it look good, it should taste good. Even though it tastes horrible, but as long as it look good, you know? You get that? So as long as your plate look good, it should taste good, because your eyes is your window of the mouth. So now, and in Thailand, we serve pad Thai noodle with a condiment, a dry chili. Maybe they have some sugar on the side, or the vinegar with the kifa chili in there. And then the table, they come up with, you know, a piece of lamb in there, okay? So don't be surprised that they have in there. And what you have is pad Thai noodle in Thailand. We serve with banana blossom. Yes, if you look closely, okay, I can break it out. You can see the banana, you see? This is banana blossom, okay? And fresh bean sprout, and then chive. So these three, it's a condiment, just like you think about when you eat sushi, you always have ginger with the sushi. Now, this is the most famous pad Thai noodle. Yeah, because I make them, so it's famous, okay? Because I make it famous. Anyway, it's very easy to make, and you can enjoy it. Next, we're gonna make lad naan noodle, which is my firstborn daughter. She loves it so much, so we call it Asia lad naan noodle. So don't go away, we'll be right back.